Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to check and optimize your power by model size. If you've ever been frustrated by slow performance or worried about hitting power by size limits, this tutorial is for you. By the end, you'll know not just how to see your model's size, but several proven ways to make your reports lighter and faster. Plus, you'll be able to stay well within those size limits for smoother publishing and sharing. So let's jump right in. First, let's talk about how to actually check the size of your Power BI model. Now, Power BI Desktop doesn't put your model size front and center, but there are a few ways you can get a pretty good idea. The simplest method is to just save your PBIX file, then right-click on the file and pull up Properties to check the file size. Just remember, this number doesn't represent only your data model, it also includes all your report visuals and metadata. So while it's helpful for ballparking things, it's not laser precise. But for a deeper, more accurate look, nothing beats using the VertiPack Analyzer through DAX Studio, which is a fantastic free tool. Here, how you do it. First, install DAX Studio. It's straightforward and totally safe. Next, open your PBIX file in Power BI Desktop. With Power BI open, launch DAX Studio and connect it to your active Power BI file. Once you're in, head over to the Advanced section and click on View Metrics. This opens up the VertiPack Analyzer panel, which gives you a detailed breakdown of your model, showing you the sizes of tables and columns, their cardinality, and memory usage. This level of detail is incredibly useful for pinpointing exactly which parts of your model are consuming the most space. Think of it like an X-ray for your data model. If you're working with Power BI Service, after you've published your dataset, just head into your workspace, look under Datasets and go to Settings, then Storage. Here you'll see your dataset size. Remember, with a Pro license, there's a 1 GB per dataset cap, while Premium can go up to 400 GB. So it's really important to monitor this, especially if your reports are getting close to those limits. Next, let's dive into optimization. Reducing your model size isn't just about shaving numbers, it dramatically improves speed and lets you work within the platform's publishing limits. The first big lever is cardinality. Columns with very high cardinality, like those with a unique value per row, such as GUIDs or transaction IDs, can eat up a huge amount of space. If you don't absolutely need those columns for visuals or relationships, consider removing them. For timestamps, sometimes splitting them into separate date and time fields or rounding numeric columns to fewer decimals can reclaim a lot of memory. Another space saver is trimming unused columns and tables. If a column isn't driving any visuals, calculations, or relationships, it's just dead weight, so don't be afraid to remove it. The same goes for any staging or lookup tables that serve their purpose during data transformation but aren't needed in the finished report. Choosing the correct data types is also key. For example, storing a value as a whole number takes less room than a decimal. If you're using fields that only ever contain yes or no, set them as Boolean types instead of text. Little adjustments like these add up. Think of it like packing a suitcase as tightly as possible before a trip. Another tip, always rely on a single dedicated date table for filtering, instead of keeping multiple date-time columns scattered across your tables. This makes your model cleaner and helps keep things running smoothly. If your dataset is massive, you might want to focus on aggregations. Instead of importing every transaction or line item, which could be billions of rows, see if you can pre-aggregate your data at a higher level, maybe monthly or by customer, and use summarized tables where possible. Power BI Premium even has an aggregations feature that can really help here. Don't forget to disable auto date time. By default, Power BI quietly creates hidden date tables for every date field, which can quickly bloat your model. You can turn this off in File Options under Data Load. It takes just a second but can make a real difference. And finally, while complex DAX measures don't necessarily swell your model size, inefficient ones can slow down your reports. Limit calculated columns where possible and use measures instead, they're more performant. So here's a good workflow. Open your file in Power BI Desktop, save and check its initial size, then analyze it with VertiPack Analyzer in DAX Studio. Identify your largest tables and columns, apply the optimizations we discussed, trim unused columns, reduce cardinality, check data types, and disable auto date time, then recheck the size. You'll probably be amazed. Many models shrink by 50% or even 90%, making them lightning fast and compliant with Pro limits. That's it for today's tutorial. If you learned something useful, hit that like button, and if you have questions or need help with a tricky model, drop a comment below. I'm always happy to help. And if you want more Power BI tips, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.